Something we're never too old to see, because it's all about the feeling. Away to a certain frequency. Nobody notices harmony and nobody hears it frequently. We seem to see the passage, possibilities pose us questions, but the boundaries break cooperation, sorting us in sections. Suggestions made to the powerful people living the higher life, but the fact is that the message goes unnoticed. Only given the quiet mic, we gather up our energies collectively and focus. I hope this is recognition for the ones who know this. Music, universal language, understanding, never underestimate the power of an ever-present rhythm. Music, universal language, understanding, never underestimate the power of an ever-present rhythm. Music, universal language, understanding, never underestimate the power of an ever-present rhythm. Music, universal language, understanding, never underestimate the power of an ever-present rhythm. The rhythm, a heartbeat, the sound of a life in motion, hoping that this certain song will be the drop hip-hop devotion. This ocean of emotion will be what always keeps me floating. So become engulfed in the music and this vibe I will keep boasting. And toasting to the hard working, music-loving individual. And all my rhymes will hopefully stick, remain residual, remembered for whatever intelligence they decide to represent. Let's be be honest here. The message already has been said, so I'll depart like an omen. Walking nowhere, living in prisons inside your mind. Philosopher and again, discover the method of ever describing. This goes out to the people who feel in the music for what it's worth. Not for the market credibility, but just for the way it feeds the earth. Spits so loud, so the voice is heard from 1,000 miles away. Put away covers and always discover the way to make you smile today. This goes out to the people who feel in the music for what it's worth. Not for the market credibility, but just for the way it feeds the earth. Spits so loud, so the voice is heard from 1,000 miles away. Put away covers and always discover the way to make you smile today.
Let's have some music.
Music!
Yes. The concept, music. Alright. Whether metal, jazz, classical, reggae, and rock and roll. From Arrested Development to the keys of Billy Joel, I prefer all types of tunes as long as rhythm is involved. If the music gives me shivers, then my heart becomes enthralled. Called on by the nerves, this is something we deserve. Never decide on what you hate until the ending of the verse. Curse nothing with credit or edit your initial gut reaction. Something may not be a cup of soup, but still has traction. To move a body into motion, increase heart rate, notes of hope, and sloping to the side and smoking, picking up a pen and flowing. Showing the masses how to assemble a sentence with a beat behind. Thoughtbug, your shoulder shrug, you can't compare your feet to mine. Streak to shine, lines written with a respected sense of elegance. The inspiration waiting inside an eclectic source of eloquence. The elements of influence, too many to put a figure on. I'd rather have my music than a gun to pull the trigger on. From Stairway to Heaven to favorite things, I shot the sheriff to awful rings. All songs that I take and consider influential, to harness what I think and realize my potential. Universal elements entwined in life. I'm talking music and laughter, the antidote to strife. Anyone remember laughter after everything is over with? Press play, set sail, make a mark and go to it. Listen and absorb the purpose, place yourself away from here. Disintegrate the pressure, pleasure from the mind and straight to ear. Escape the fear and put it aside for future reminiscence. Let your ears recompensate for all the things your eye misses. Audible exhortations, making sense of all the energy, the passion in the instruments, and whatever happens eventually. It's meant to be a source of expression of all experience. The commas and the sentences, the question marks and periods. I'm serious, it's obvious that music is a language. Relate to what you think you hate instead of trying to strangle it. Realize that people are the same in actuality, and music is a gift, not a cultural abnormality. From Stairway to Heaven to favorite things, I shot the sheriff to awful rings. All songs that I take and consider influential, to harness what I think and realize my potential. From Stairway to Heaven to favorite things, I shot the sheriff to awful rings. All songs that I take and consider influential, to harness what I think and realize my potential. There's something strongly wrong with the attitude of our society. Anti-altruistic, listed high as a priority. Isolationist, pissed off and always worrying. Need to loosen up, relax and quit the constant hurrying. Too many people hate their jobs, miss their families, stuck in a bit of a rut of repetitive underdogging fantasy. Sad to see the faces of the individuals pulled down by the frown, hidden behind a mask like clowns. Sounds crazy but it's true, through the glass heart I see shattered aspirations and a life of mystery. Please open up and realize this isn't the only option. Need to break beyond the ceiling, feeling a sense of caution. Take a step outside the pattern, flatten everything that bothers you. Follow through with what you wanna do with honor to, and never sit beside a dream and not even ask ask a question. Rest assured the answer gives a way to see the lesson. 3 points bulletin, pull it in tightly. Listen to the words, identify the unsightly. What's the worst scenario? The one right in front of our eyes. I suggest a change from the disguise. 3 points bulletin, pull it in tightly. Listen to the words, identify the unsightly. What's the worst scenario? The one right in front of our eyes. I suggest a change from the disguise. Secondly, the focus of success on the wrong path. Stuck inside a cage, fame, fortune on a long wrath. Asking the questions and hiding in secrecy. The outer layer isn't what it really seems to be. Never using the mind to its full potential. Following a road, the slow fall is sequential. Increments of interesting, intriguing excitement. Nothing long lasting, expansion is fasting. Passing the point, the real source of all happiness. To figure out the ways of relations with patience. Money can only bring you so much before your eyes close. Rather make a difference, change the way the mind flows. 3 points bulletin, pull it in tightly. Listen to the words, identify the unsightly. What's the worst scenario? The one right in front of our eyes. I suggest a change from the disguise. 3 points bulletin, pull it in tightly. Listen to the words, identify the unsightly. What's the worst scenario? The one right in front of our eyes. I suggest a change from the disguise. Finally, what are we gonna do without the motivation? Automatic homes, phones, cars, fill the fattest nation. Everything we think we need is actually a useless one. A product for the trash, catering to what we wanna flaunt. Ought to not waste time focusing on convenience, cause in the end the plastic bends, we're left with just ourselves. Laziness grows, flourishing beyond recovery. We're too used to ignoring our discovery. Mouth full of fast food, house full of gadgets. Brain full of bullshit, really bad habits. Listen up close, how many times I have to say this? What do we have to do before it's too late to save this? 3 points bulletin, pull it in tightly. Listen to the words, identify the unsightly. What's the worst scenario? The one right in front of our eyes. I suggest a change from the disguise. 3 points bulletin, pull it in tightly. Listen to the words, identify the unsightly. What's the worst scenario? The one right in front of our eyes. I suggest a change from the disguise.
When the Great Depression hits, mate, I think about pressing hits, my professorship, and the need to get back with my bleeding lips. Cause in the lying, roaring 20s, there's no more motherly amenities. Men saying amends to pretending entities. It's not amendable, it's condemnable. Don't defend their bull unless your pen is full of the Holy Spirit. Golly, it's not folly, Miss Nelly. Missed out with a kiss of silly doubt. Charles Olsen, twins in charge, barged through the little prairie fairy tales. Not a fairy tale than seen in the wife of Christ undressed by dice. Dice in the bite-sized bites of life. It's suffice to say, there might be a bright, nicer day.
Lyrics contained in green walls when we call. Decide to rip a verse with Seer before beginning of fall. September, remember to write whenever possible in rhyme. Anytime when we climb to higher points of expression. The session in progress, a long time in the making. Schedules defy wants, but now it's time for the taking. Press beyond normality, civilian on the beats. Please enter and greet, remain attentive and keep a wide ear for the message. If there is or if there isn't, you never know thematics till the words are done and finished. Now listen up, say it if you want to, yell it. Spread philosophy beyond the limits, metaphysics. My main idea is to say what comes to mind. If it doesn't make sense, well I don't care because it's mine. Use your own experience and speak the truth, and stoop to no lower level, don't forget your roots.
When Bates' recession hits, maybe the great repressing gets got to the grid of repression. It's a necessary lesson with wit and a bit of Wittgenstein. I spit and shine, boot buckles, dining ditches recline with pictures, but we're blind, mute saying Uncle Samuel never seen the second millennial, son of Samuel, the annual annulment of all burned sacrifices. When all in pulp and mold, they lack devices. Suffice to back the slice of action, the price of satisfaction. actions, retraction, madam's reactions. I'm adamant in praxis, either add to or dead the bent axis. Civilian thought bugging out with ill incentive, will pull the rug from out your asses.
Better to break the boundaries and stay with what you're given. Living life to the full, restricted gravity pulls. Skull collections, insurrections of ideas and sections. Let's divide the verse, diversify the best direction. Execute the rhythm, leave a little for correction. Specify the copyright, these lyrics are my possessions. Questions? No, it's all about discovery. Universe provide the education and recovery. Love to be the one to give a second opinion. Respect the first before I make the mode of a minion. Finally the laid back aggressive oxymoron gets to represent the factual with open doors. It's not that there's nothing better to do, it's something I enjoy. Press to find a passion in the words that I deploy. Destroy any negative exclamatory sentences. Left to go beyond the game as long and I've cemented it. Copious amounts of hours, energy and information exiting the mind to give suggestions to the population. We talk rock, stereos and speakers, just to spread the vibe across a city of believers. Eager to eat up beats like trees to beavers. Even the old will pump tracks out their receivers. It's all on the message, I've got a lot of ideas. Never to diss another unless the essence isn't real. Each song has a concept, theme / thesis. Not a scatterbrain plane smashed into pieces. When the box breaks open, creatures in the clear. The sound travels from the circle to be featured in your ear. Efficiently, we present a part of our collection. Song, ideas, and a few suggestions. Present, lesson, contained in the message. Music for your mind, intellectual passage. Efficiently, we present a part of our collection. Song, ideas, and a few suggestions. Present, lesson, contained in the message. Music for your mind, intellectual passage.
If creature box, we rock the spot, this ain't no babble. We travel upon the limits with Thoughtbug and Savilion. We make you live it in minutes. This ain't no gimmick, this small increments of how we live in decisions and minimal suppressed opinions. I'm in it, the zone of bullshit I don't condone. Most rappers don't follow guidelines like AC alone. We've grown to blossom into a forest with many trees to represent the ideas and opinions we believe. When we set it off, we get our propers, believe that. And my beats pump fatter than Kamala in a leaf hat. Plus the rhymes are just another phony ass follow. I'd rather not make money than my music be hollow.
Efficiently, we present a part of our collection. Song, ideas, and a few suggestions. Present, lesson, contained in the message. Music for your mind, intellectual passage. Efficiently, we present a part of our collection. Song, ideas, and a few suggestions. Present, lesson, contained in the message. Music for your mind, intellectual passage. Okay, about society, listen quietly, sit beside me, then say hi to me. Never divide and see, sever sobriety. Gotta put a point up on the rage inside of me. What are we gonna do with all the trust? It's disappeared, taken and cleared, better to fear. Here, take this question, answer it for me. Why do we have to settle for the same old story? Everyone in their own little world gotta get a better way to interact with each each other. See, some strangers are dangerous, but what about all the people with a friendly undercover? Never say hi to me, never a smile to see. I was avoiding eye contact shyly. Stereotypical characteristics are hindering hellos and leaving the fellow person beside you feeling an awkward sensation of disapproval. What have we built up this barrier for? It is time for the full removal. All this lack of interaction, staying inside, not ever trusting a genuine kind. I know it's really hard to open up another eye, but at least we can do is just try. Is it something so obvious that we can't see? What are we losing? Another connection. Simple seduction of single activities, waiting for reasons to lessen the plea. Is it something so obvious that we can't see? What are we losing? Another connection. Simple seduction of single activities, waiting for reasons to lessen the plea. In a place where neighbors don't talk anymore, everyone's uptight, I'm in search of an answer. Whatever happened to happily having an actual adequate conversation? Across the border the picture remains. Man delivers mail, shot in the face. Property owner, a lack of control. Power is eating and taking its toll. We built it ourselves, it needs to be gone. As a matter of fact, it's been taking too long. Pressure is building, people explode. Snap in a second and reckon it's sold. Personalities hiding in a shell, and everyone is all about another soul to sell. Possessions collected, material reigns supreme. A dominant start to a scheme. Lean towards the other side. If you don't do it, they will tan your hide. Close your ears and open up your eyes and go past the line, the one they provide. It isn't impossible, possibly easy. Open the door, what is currently locked? Reasons you ask, I call on the obvious. Answer the question with why not? 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 Is it something so obvious that we can't see? What are we losing? Another connection. Simple seduction of single activities, waiting for reasons to lessen the plea. Is it something so obvious that we can't see? What are we losing? Another connection. Simple seduction of single activities, waiting for reasons to lessen the plea. Not quite right, but enough of the best to keep me going strong. Sing and fight for whatever the reason to continue on. Laugh at sight of the people who keep a frown from dusk till dawn. Never develop a way to eliminate stress and the way to enjoy your song. This is a long dedication to the music. Harmonies and octaves always help me to get through this everyday pattern of a realization that the world is nothing better than a ball of inspiration. Now put it all together and the puzzle becomes reality. The small existing problems are but simple passing maladies. Fallacies we face from every corner of the cornea. The born to be accepted and the search to find euphoria. This is another section of the growing manifesto. The best is yet to come, so you best to place your bets. So listen while I rhyme, while it's mine. When it's time to be putting forth a message just to make it all align. Never signed, dotted line, ripped up and left to burn. Because it's not about a name, but something more is what I yearn. Not quite right, so sing and fight. Laugh at sight, day till night. Smile on face, head up high. Claim our place, speak our minds. Not quite right, sing and fight. Laugh at sight, day till night. Smile on face, head up high. Claim our place, speak our minds. Making a mockery, hypocrisy is evident in what's thought to be the better or bestest way to claim the country's a democracy. It's awful to see the voices of an intellectual group of individuals be left to find the factual behind the wall of water down. They tried the best to calm it down, but nothing will ever be satisfied. We're losing all our interest. Inserts, comma, punctuate the paragraph. Forgot to acknowledge the people on purpose who stare and laugh. Laugh it up forever, but the answer is ahead of you. You choose abuse and lose, I'll pick the other one instead of you. Never mind the idiots, my friends, let's overtake them. I bet the pleasure principle increases when we rate them. I thought the reign of ignorance was over and extracted. Little did we know the form was already impacted. Stuck in the minds of the people who ignore us. The ones who try and condescend and try to transform us. Stand up, hand up, no intention of giving in. Speak the words that tackle every flaw the world we're living in. Not quite right, so sing and fight. Laugh at sight, day till night. Smile on face, head up high. Claim our place, speak our minds. Not quite right, sing and fight. Laugh at sight, day till night. Smile on face, head up high, claim our place, speak our minds.
Send down the clouds, wet the silver lining, take me to paradise. Send down the clouds, wet the silver lining, take me to paradise.
Watch a real MC bless the mic with real skill. Will you be able to handle this? Begin to feel ill. Spill every ounce of information possible to make you nod your head. Spread rhythm across the room until the speakers are dead. Explode upon the masses, represent the population. Taking every chance I get to whiplash entire nations. Actually, I prefer to call it intelligence. Best to write a rhyme avoiding all of the irrelevance. Beat stomp like elephants and must increase the heartbeat. Banging past the point of no return. So learn and listen while the insect of intellect impresses you. Fact, you'll never win. The reason why the rhyme depresses you, compresses you, puts you in a state of sheer awe. Try to analyze the beats, rhymes never find a flaw. So settle for nothing less stress, not about the small stuff. Let the music make you move and groove upon your groove.
I bet you can't stop yourself from moving. Let the beat take you away. Listen to the words that keep you grooving. Dance like nobody's watching your breathing. I bet you can't stop yourself from moving. Let the beat take you away. Listen to the words that keep you grooving. Dance like nobody's watching your breathing.
Inspect your flows before you press record. Distorted efforts for the clever souls. I was born with metaphors and the talent to connect the chords. The vocals that can take the world by storm and break the norm. With a fraction of the action that we pour. Check the mic, set the height, inspect the lights. Make sure the effort's right. Better come tight or I won't rest tonight. With the stress that might inject its might into my life. And dead the light that shines so bright. Blew up like dynamite, right into dust mites. But yet I still attack with flavor. Come back and adjust your behavior until you crave the music we create. No time to waste, just rhymes to make so spineless fake. See eye to eye with fate. Realize to see the mistakes they made and retire today.
I bet you can't stop yourself from moving. Let the beat take you away. Listen to the words that keep you grooving. Dance like nobody's watching your breathing. I bet you can't stop yourself from moving. Let the beat take you away. Listen to the words that keep you grooving. Dance like nobody's watching your breathing.
have a bunch of individuals to entertain. Not a problem, put the disc in, press play. Cyclops, Insight, Thoughtbug, best beware. Rest assured the damage will begin, the mics are getting scared. Creeping through your speakers like a wave of electricity. The tingle in your ears is just a catastrophic misery. Victory, always, dominate the rhyme scheme. Intellect and creativity, the base of this team. Six stream of consciousness, developing the wordplay. Beats that keep the head nod from Thursday to Thursday. Worst way to listen is to have a pre-bias. Never interested or invested in the wisest. Outlook is positive, a message for the masses. Time to open up, remove the sleepy eyeglasses. We surpass this game, focus more upon the music. Crazy rappers on the mic, whoever thought we'd do this?
It's obvious, you're obviously robbing us. Decepticons be gone, our rhymes are prime like Optimus. Don't you doctor us, your medicines are blocking us from reaching 8 directions like an educated octopus. And there's no stopping us, impossible to slow down. Movable by no pounds, prize like the showcase showdown. So go round to any town that no sounds. They'll tell you C.R.O.M's got the songs to move the crowd round like hoedowns. Oblivious to the way we are uplifting this. Scratch on the track like back itches or a kitten's kiss. You're missing this. It makes me laugh like I'm ticklish, cause C.R.O.M's got my masters in their palms and Jack Nicholas. So take these steps and draw if you've got to. You saw what's hip to hop to, the way you don't, but I too. Frighten the enlightened every time they tried to stop through. Cause C.R.O.M sucks the blood out of the track like Nosferatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, you about to hear a story that you won't find on pages. The kind of tale that gets told on the front porch, of legends that get passed on like the Olympic torch. For decades and centuries, the story of C.R.O.M, the world's greatest MCs. More battles won than the mighty Hercules. Spitting rhymes so sick, they bringing rappers to their knees. But I'm not a preacher and this ain't a sermon. It's a rap lesson, so you better start learning. Pay attention to the verses and the hook. You gain the kind of knowledge that you won't find in the book. Cause this is real life, son, it's not a fable. You up against rappers that's ready, willing, and able. Trained to rock the mic steady like a baby in the cradle. Serving so many MCs, you think the mic's a ladle.
Up the pace, space filled with the syllables. Rhymes are like a cartridge, words be refillable.
Spillable, more than half full, we're too positive. C.R.O.M clearing rappers open mouths like throat lozenges.
Challenges put forth, join the competition to defeat these MCs, yo, it's an impossible mission.
Fishing for a reason why you can't stop grooving. Soothing, the beat keeps the brainwaves moving.
True men with true thoughts, their truth is revealing. The music that moves them in time with their feelings.
Dealings with the devil leave you on a lower level. Our rhymes is elevated, often read and contemplated.
Fated to be musical, the rhymes are filled with flair, you see. Giving us back on the things for the people who never did care to see.
Dare to be the total combination of potential. Unite the image with the thought, the physical to mental.
The sentimental is detrimental to your soul. Forgetting your emotions, heart turning black like coal.
Told you to listen up, picking up the pieces. Shout outs to So Real, the rest is all the thesis.
Your thesis broken down, your message made much clearer. To form a shattered mass of broken promises and mirrors.
Your reflection, shining back in different sections. Three sounds coming at you from one direction.
Survive a generation filled with plastic music. Falsify the consequence and figure a way to a compliment. The song was meant to pick apart the pieces of the obvious, depend upon the tangible and make a message present. Most songs filled with a reluctant sense of ill-fated fortune obsessed. Let the creativity to rest. Press the possibility beyond the monetary area. Reduce the record to a phase and not hysteria. Nothing important is found within the medium. The luxury is reinforced inside the shady media. They're feeding you exaggerated, animated stereotypes, and what they think we like to read is what they have to write. Brought to surface constant repetitions of the industry. The bottom of the barrel sets the bar beyond the boundary. When the record rips across the final cut provided, always have a fist because the voice is never high. And never witness to a source of education on today's records. Represent materials instead of consciousness and effort. Excellent opinions integrate all the above. The message should instill you with an expanded sense of what you love. And never witness to a source of education on today's records. Represent materials instead of consciousness and effort. Excellent opinions integrate all the above. The message should instill you with an expanded sense of what you love. Expand beyond the usual, above the set reality. Investigate the options, go astray from the normality. With greater knowledge comes greater sorrow. As it is, be prepared to hold a different opinion come tomorrow. Never borrow but adopt the information that intrigues you. Let your personality grow, it's what you're free to do. This is what we're missing with the messages provided. Difference of opinion and the rest is left divided. Claim to be anomalies, a fallacy, and first of all they sound the same as everyone. The attitude is first of all, and worst of all we're left without a pedestal to put them on. This game is in a slump, we need hip-hop to finally jump. And never witness to a source of education on today's records. Represent materials instead of consciousness and effort. Excellent opinions integrate all the above. The message should instill you with an expanded sense of what you love. And never witness to a source of education on today's records. Represent materials instead of consciousness and effort. Excellent opinions integrate all the above. The message should instill you with an expanded sense of what you love. Lush jungles inhabited by various species of animals, and forests filled with creatures of all kinds, including cannibals. How sad it is to think about the future of these places. They probably don't have enough time to incorporate lives into these spaces. It is too late to turn around and realize the damage, progression, the obsession, and what's thought to be an advantage. Metropolis expanding past the point of what's acceptable. Consumption, mass production, turning oceans to receptacles. Collectibles, no longer bottle caps or baseball cards. Instead, the driveways are filled with daddy's favorite cars. It's hard to admit that what's convenient really hurts us. The people obsessed to keep commodities a surplus. What the future holds is more cases of asthma and cold. The smog pollution passing by the atmosphere's threshold. The trees have disappeared, replaced with factories and houses. Parks replaced with shopping malls becoming overcrowded. Efficiency depleting, whatever happened to all resources? Stupid white men forgot the concept of importance. Pressed to make decisions that affect the world's economy. But economy won't be here, and neither will we, just old astronomy. Unless we choose to travel to another place in space. Replace the planet with another, still a fucking disgrace. Because they probably won't adapt the proper method of survival. Stuck inside a bubble, humans are the arch rival. Said it is too late to turn around and erase, but we still need receive a final slap in the face. Place importance on environment if another chance is given. Necessity over convenience saves the world that we live in. Expansion of the mind is all we need to survive. Stay alive, live off the beauty that the earth provides. Look to the sky and see the shades of blue. We thought we had it figured out, but really we had no clue.
We need a slap in the face, destroy the attitude of ignorance and try to erase. We can't afford to waste away and then adopt a new place, because the future will repeat itself unless we save space. It's too late to turn around, we need a slap in the face, destroy the attitude of ignorance and try to erase. We can't afford to waste away and then adopt a new place, because the future will repeat itself unless we save space.